Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Totally Primal. And nothing says feed your instinct more than starting off with a good cup of joe. Goes back to that basic hunter-gatherer. Coffee's been around for a long time, but this isn't just any coffee. This is a special blend roasted just for us. And today, we're gonna head to the roaster and find out just what goes into it. So stay tuned. We are at our coffee roaster in Seymour, Wisconsin. It's just a hop down the road from Primal Eats, and I'm here with Mike. Mike, thanks for having me here today. I'm actually so excited to be here. How long do you think people have been drinking coffee for? I mean, let's take a guess here. A couple thousand years, maybe?
Yeah, a couple thousand years. The story goes that a goat herder named Kaldi, K-A-L-D-I, noticed his goats were going crazy after they were eating some cherries in Yemen.
Okay.
Well, he started looking into it and found out it was the seeds that are inside the cherry. The legend goes that he started roasting it, trying to figure out how he can drink this and get this made. And that's kind of how it came out, was from goats.
From goats?
From goats.
And cherries?
And cherries,
And cherries. And you actually have some of that sitting right here. This is what you were describing me, cherries.
It's a dried cherry. Coffee beans and cherry seeds. When the cherries are ripe, they get picked. Then depending how they're going to get processed after they're harvested really determines what kind of coffee it's going to be and how the flavor is going to be.
Sure, and we also have some raw beans here too. I mean, before this day, I've never seen raw beans before. And Mike, you're brewing some fantastic coffee for us. Our timber line is these Costa Rican beans. And are we going to roast some of these beans? Can we use this machine? And
yeah, absolutely.
Kind of show everybody how this works? And
sure. We put the green beans up here until we're ready to drop them in. And that's about 3.5 pounds right there. And then I would start my log. I'm not having the log on just because it's how we're doing it today, but
sure.
I would start my log and then I'd start roasting. And just lift up this lever and the beans are gonna slide down this chute right into the drum here. Turn that on. So keep an eye on it. All right, now inside of here, on this particular roaster, is a steel drum with 2 sets of vanes on it. And the front set of vanes are pushing the beans back into the drum.
Okay.
And the second set of vanes are pushing the beans forward to the drum. In order to roast coffee, all you need is heat and movement. Before all the automation was done and commercial coffee really came into the market, we're talking like 1900s,
sure.
People would go to the general store, buy the green coffee, bring it home, roast it on their skillet, on their stove, and drink that in the morning.
Again, Primal Coffee, learning where your coffee comes from, your attention to detail, that's what makes, the Primal Coffee brand just going to be so successful. All right, so Mike, we're going to talk about some of the coffees that you do for Primal Eats. Squash, let's talk about the squash first. That is our Colombian Brazilian blend for a smooth, rich brew. Why choose this particular blend of beans to put together?
Dark roast Colombian bean is bold, but not bitey. A lot of times Brazilian beans are used as a base for espresso. Okay. So I wanted that little extra strength to give that blend a boost. People that want a strong, dark coffee in the morning, that's it.
And then you do another dark roast for us, and that is the Swamper there.
The Swamper, yeah.
So tell me about the Swamper.
The Swamper is a little different. It's 2 dark roasts and a little bit of light roast mixed in.
Okay.
And I put the light roast in there, just kind of take that bite off of a dark roast that does have it, because the Peru beans at a dark roast are a little bitey, they're a little bold.
Okay.
So that light roast kind of takes it off of there. So you're still getting a real dark roast taste and dark roast feel,
perfect.
But you're not getting that extra bite that you get sometimes with dark coffee.
And then, of course, and certainly not the least, the timber. And that's what we're roasting right now.
Oh, yeah. I love Costa Rican coffee. It is amazing. It has so many different things you can do with it. It's just a nice, simple coffee.
Right. Because this is the one that is not blended with anything.
Nope, it's a single origin, yep.
And we were talking about the cherries, it's the seeds from the cherries, and it even says on there it has hints of chocolate and fruit. And you think to yourself, it's like, well, where's that fruitiness come from?
Comes from the cherry.
Well, I can see the beans starting to do their thing now. Now are they starting to shed their outer coat?
Yep.
Is that what I'm seeing
Yep.
there in the glass? Okay.
Yep, they're starting to shed, and when it rolls into a full first crack, you'll definitely be able to hear it because it's a lot of beans going off at once.
Oh, here comes that. Oh boy.
Yep. Best part of my day.
That is amazing.
I love it. I love this
man.
job.
Well, it's been a great day here today, Mike. I'm so glad that you were able to bring me here and, you know, for all of our viewers to actually see from beginning to end what happens and what happens when you go local and you feed your instincts with something that just really speaks to the heart. And what a great way to complement everything that we've been doing is to put some fantastic coffee in a cup for everybody out there at Primal Eats and at home. Yep. So you can enjoy it in so many different ways. So I'm Dave, this is Mike, and coming at you from Seymour, we want to thank you guys for watching the show today, and we'll see you next time on Totally Primal. What are you doing to the neighborhood here when you're piping that stuff out of here? I mean, you almost got yourself a little bit of trouble. They know if you're working that day or not. They're like, I don't smell my coffee today. Where's Mike at? What's
Yep.
Mike doing?